Hi guys, it's Lily. I had to go and get some grocery shopping yesterday and I picked up some things in Poundland, and while I was in there, this happened. I got a bit carried away. But you know what it's like, you go in for boring grocery stuff and then you find cool stuff, and you know what it's like. So I thought, as everybody seems to like Poundland hauls, I would show you guys this stuff before I put it all away. So, first things first, because I am a child. Yes, this really is a frozen bracelet with a little charm on it. And yes, I did buy the necklace to match. Why? Because I like Frozen, and like I said, I am a small child, and I don't care if people think that I look stupid or don't like what I'm wearing. I wear it because I like it. So, no to the haters. So yeah, why not? So I got those, and I shall be wearing them. Probably not with my Frozen jumper, because that might be a little too much. But at the moment, I'm wearing a David Bowie t-shirt, so maybe I'll put it on with that just to be different. And I also bought, feel free to laugh, that's fine. I also bought this little tiara, which was in, the little kids' hair accessories and stuff section, because I thought it looked like Elsa's. So I will probably wear this with my Frozen jewellery, because why not? Why not? I have a black tiara that I wear often, and especially around sort of Halloween time. And sorry, I'm just trying to get comfy. And now I have one that looks like Elsa's, so And then I got this. It's really not my style for actual jewellery to wear, but I'm going to take it apart, and I thought for £1, you get this length of chain, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 embellishments that I can use on other things. I think that this sort of corally enamel and the little bug, and then this will go nicely with that paper that I showed you in my other video. And the sparkly will go with anything really, so but it was this little guy that I thought was really cute. So so I got that to take apart and use in crafting projects. Speaking of taking things apart, I picked this up, Make Your Own Heart Garland. They've got a lot of, well, I say a lot, they're getting a lot of Valentine's Day stuff in now. So one of them happens to be this heart garland, and it's similar to the snowflake one that I got for crafting with my December daily and other stuff. The altered canvases, I used them on there. So you get quite a few hearts in this. They're not as thick. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in a packet. And obviously you need to punch these out. It's going to make too much noise if I try and open this now, but it's just 2 layered, and then you've got a little punch out. So you could use that on cards or canvases or book covers, or you could make a garland out of it if you wanted to. I picked 2 up, so I might put one up as a decoration and use the other one for crafting. I've not decided yet, but yeah, that was a lot of felt die cut for your money, so I couldn't really turn it down. What else did I get that was in their Valentine bit? Hang on. What a surprise, I've not prepared for the video. Well, I kind of did prepare, I got it all out. They had these scatter table decorations, but they're They're plastic hearts and they're dimensional. But I thought with a bit of hot glue or something that would stick on nicely to, well, anything really, you know, projects, canvases, book pages, whatever your imagination comes up with. I only got one packet, but you get a load in these, and I'm not going to count them, so you can see for yourselves. This is my hand, this is the bag of stuff, you know, you can see that there's loads in there. So if I move all of this out of the way, I also picked up some of these. Now these are supposed to be for a tablet or a Kindle. It says tablet wallet on the thing. I had a plain cream one of this, and I made it into a vintage photo album. So I printed out loads of vintage images, and on my Canon selfie printer you can make them sepia if they're not already sepia. So I made sure they were all sepia, printed them all out, and I just bound the pages along there so that you still had the little closure, but then inside I'd cut these off and you had a nice book cover for your vintage images. And I used photo corners. I've got a photo corner punch. It's a Martha Stewart one, I think. So I sort of tucked them all in like that. They're all vintage images that I've found on the internet, but it came out quite nicely. I think it's still packed because we've still got loads of stuff that's not unpacked, or stuff that's still in my mother-in-law's attic at the moment. So I'm not sure where it is, but as soon as I find it, I will show you guys how I did it. And obviously, if you want a quick tutorial or something, then I can run one of those up for you. But they only ever had them in black and plain cream, but then they had these, so I picked up each spotty one they had. They had this baby pink, this red one, which I particularly like. I want to do like a pin-up girl style album with that. And they had a purple one, which is a little brighter than it shows up on camera, but yeah, it's my favourite colour. And a black one. So those all get stored in my bureau, and you know, I can use them for future projects. They'd also be good for travel journals, because if you left these in here, you could have maybe like a wallet envelope or something that you had in there to keep all your bits in, you know, while you're away to journal with. So one of them might get used for that. So I picked those up. And then they also had, which is the first time I've ever seen them, they also had these ones, which are the same design, but they're a lot bigger. I can't get that to go in, it's a bit tight. So that's the size that I've got, I had before, sorry, and this is the size of the bigger ones. And it says on the tag, large tablet wallet, ideal for iPads and tablets. So I will see if my tablet fits in any of these, because it's a 9-inch and I'm having difficulty finding a case that doesn't cost the fortune for it. So I'll see if one of these fits, but otherwise they will both get used. And there you can see they're just plain, but they're a lot bigger. These would also be good for travel journals, etc, etc. So I picked those up. If you've watched any of my December daily videos, I don't know if they were in an early haul one or not, but I had these stickers of alphabet. They were a wider sheet and they had alphabet and numbers on one sheet, but these have got the alphabets there, which you don't get so many of, but you do get a whole sheet with numbers on. So that I thought would be quite handy, especially if you wanted to date things in your journal, for example, or keep them by for Christmas or something. So I picked up 3 of those in gold and then 3 in silver. So they'll be quite handy. And the thing with our Poundland is it's not always going to be there. If you see it, it's best to grab it, because next time you go, you can guarantee it will be gone. So that's why I got 3 of each. I picked up, sorry, I just knocked that. I picked up these books. These aren't going to be read, and I only picked up ones that of the titles that they had loads of, because, you know, I didn't want to pick up the I'm silly like that. I didn't want to pick up the last one of something that I was going to rip apart, where somebody might actually want to read it as a book. But there was loads of this one, and there was loads of this one. Neither of which I really fancy reading, to be honest. They're not really my thing, but they are large print. So that's all going to come out, and I will use this for, you know, other projects. But it was the fact that it was a nice wide spine, and it's a nice solid cover. It's a printed cover, you know, no dust jacket or anything. So I'll need to cover this in some kind of paper or fabric. But it was a nice big size. I often use A4 paper and fold it in half, so it was A5. So you could easily have A5 and then it won't stick out over the edge. So it was good size, nice and sturdy, and a nice thick spine. Although my local charity shop do have books in there for 10p, I didn't happen to be in there at the time, and it would have been an extra trek. So next time I go in there, I will of course pick up some books for crafting purposes. But as I happened to be in Poundland at the time, and this is another nice chunky spine as well. Trying to find them with a nice size spine is actually quite hard. I keep finding ones that are sort of like this, which you obviously aren't going to fit much in. So because these were a nice size, I picked them up. And this is really big, big print. So that is going to be cool for crafting purposes, even though I'm not really interested in reading the story. So I only picked up 2 of those, but they will be handy for journal covers. We've got these, and I think they are really cute. I'm a big fan of anything Tim Burton, and especially The Nightmare Before Christmas, and we watch it every Christmas Eve. So I picked these up. They're the little kiddies stick-on earrings, but I will use them as stickers in my journal, and of course I'll keep the packaging with Sally on it as well. And then we've got Jack and Sally on the back. So I'll probably cut out this middle bit, but keep like the coffin and the pictures. So they're quite cool. And I did pick up a couple of packets, and then I thought, you're not likely to use that many, so just pick up the one and you know, see what you can do with that. I will probably hoard it, in all fairness. They will probably only get used in my journal because, you know, it's something that I will keep. So yeah, I've bought a lot of like kiddie-ish stuff, I suppose, but you know it's like, you don't have to grow up, right? We've got to do all this boring grown-up stuff. Why can't we have some fun with it as well? And they only had 1 packet of these, which was a shame because I would have picked up some more. Just single-sided, but they're all glittery and they're little cupcakes. And they're on the dimensional foam. So they're quite cool, quite cute. And something new that they had in there, which I haven't seen before. Whoops, sorry. These are like, I can't tell if they're wood or if they're card. Hang on, let me open one. Sorry about the noise. They're like, I still can't decide. I don't know if they are actual, like, no, I don't think they're actual wood. I think they're very, very thick chipboard. Obviously that's a bit wobbly because it's a thin bit. And they've got like dye stuff around the edges. But they're rather cool. So I'll put that one back in the packet and then I'll show you because it's going all over my fingers. And they had these, which are cute little owls. One with a heart envelope, one with a flower, and a patchwork heart, which looks a bit Zentangly to me. I might do some pen patterns over it or something. Another owl, and then the tree. So I picked up 3 of those. I picked up 3 of those. One of this one. You know, the little present, the birthday hat, little cupcake with a candle, and the stacked cake with the candles with a banner as well, and a little star. I probably should have picked up another 2 of these, but I wasn't sure what I'd use it for. I thought I might use these, or at least one of them, when I journaled about my birthday in this year's journal. So I might put that little one on the birthday page, but I wasn't sure what I'd use the others for. Maybe like the kids' birthdays or something. If they've got any more when I go back in there, then I will probably pick up another couple. But at the time, you know, I had quite a few bits to buy anyway. So I just picked up one of those. We've got this one, which has got another cute little tree, and that will go nicely with that one. And a little bird, which is really sweet, a pretty bird cage, another little bird, and that one's holding a heart. So they're really cute, and I got 3 of those. These flower ones, again, you could do some kind of Zentangle in the patterns in the petals or something. So I might do that with some of them. And this one, a stem with leaves, and this one. So I might use that as like a 3D doodle pattern or something, because they look quite cool, and I am interested to see how they will look if I use my Inktense pencils on them. So that's those. And I could have sworn I had more of these. That's strange. Whoops! I'm knocking you over. Right, I only seem to have 2 of these. I'm sure I picked up more. And there's not any around elsewhere, so... No, I might have to go back anyway, because I wanted more of these, and I'm sure I picked up more, so I don't know. No, I don't know what happened to them. The little scallop edge ones, which are that long, and the swirly edge ones, which I thought would be cool for book covers, and then these corners as well. And I got 2 of those. Now I am sure I picked up more than that, so she obviously didn't ring them up, or she dropped them or something, because they are not here. So I need to go back and get some more, because if I don't get them while they've got them, they will be gone. And then we got some stickers, which are called Funky Owls. And they've got like the iridescent background. They only had one pack of them, so I got those. And they only had one pack of these as well. And as you know, I am mildly obsessed with any kind of woodland creature at the moment. So, so I picked these up, which are cute. I got an ordinary A4 sketch pad, 130 gram paper. I don't really know what that means, if I'm honest, but it's a nice thick paper. I am using a more expensive sketch pad for my doodles, but it's got like a texture which isn't the easiest thing to doodle on it. You don't get so much of a flow with your fine liners. So I picked these up. It's nice and thick. It's got, which you probably can't see very well, it's got like a perforation there so you can pull it out. So I thought I'd start doodling in this instead, because the other sketch pad wasn't designed for that anyway. I think it's more sort of watercolour and that kind of different kind of medium. So I'm going to start using this, and again it was only £1, 30 sheets, and it's A4. I like to use A5. I do smaller sketches, as you've seen before. That's my latest one that I've done. I don't know if you can see. No, it doesn't really pick it up very well, but there's a texture on the paper. That's just the bleed through of the Sharpie. But it is textured, so I'm hoping that the other one will be a little bit easier on my fine liners. So that's the current one that I've done. I've got one other. While I'm talking about doodles, I may as well show you the other one, which is that one. And I couldn't decide whether to fill in this gap or leave it blank, so I thought if you can't decide, that probably means you're supposed to leave it blank. So that's that on the doodle front at the moment. So now I'll be putting them in here, so that will give me 60 sheets because I'll cut them in half. So that's quite handy for £1. And I also bought some of these tubs, a 6 litre with a clippy on lid, and they stack on top of each other. I bought 3 so they can stack on top of each other nicely. So that will go in the studio for various bits and pieces. So I thought that was quite cool. And then the one other thing that I picked up, and I need to move because it's over here. Here's a food item. Cadbury's pretzels, chocolate covered pretzels. We got married in New York in September 2013, and in one of the bodegas up the road from our hotel, they had these big tubs, like Tupperware tubs, of chocolate pretzels. I had never had them before in my life, and oh my god, they were amazing, absolutely amazing. And by the time I came home, could I find them anywhere? No. You can get the Flips brand ones, but they are about this size bag, and they are £3 in Asda, which is extortionate. So while I was in Poundland, these were obviously £1, and they're Cadbury's chocolate, which is very nice. I did actually buy 3, and I may have eaten a whole packet in the car on the way home. Yeah, well, never mind, eh? They're still not as good as the ones I had in New York, and I don't think any will ever be as good as the ones I had in New York until I get myself back over to New York and get another one of those tubs. But and raspberry iced tea. I fell in love with raspberry iced tea while I was out there as well, and you cannot get that for love nor money in this country. So those are my two things that I shall go mad on when I finally get to go back to New York. Yeah, so that was everything that I picked up. Now I filmed it, I can go and try and find homes for it all. Let me know what you think of my goodies, and I'll see you soon, guys. If you like and share and comment and subscribe and all that stuff, that would be great. And have a great weekend. Today is Saturday, so have a great weekend, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.